Let's see, Zach.
It must be
There's a
Brian.
Violet.
Zach,
She wants you, dude.
the game is up.
What?
I think you should leave town.
What?
What?
I know where you were last night. I followed you to Dorota's house.
Uh-oh.
Well, I didn't know it was Dorota's house until we arrived. Call it women's intuition.
Uh-huh.
I was at the studio.
Uh-oh. My booty call's calling me out. I'm off to prison.
I was at the... You were at Dorota's.
I thought he said he was at the studio, though.
I was at the studio. You were at Dorota's. I was at the studio.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I was at the studio, babe.
No, you weren't.
Then how do you know that?
That detective's not stupid. Dupont might be, but not Sam. They'll put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, I'm too smart. I got that big brain shit going. Because I had another thought, like, if you accepted, like, at least the bits that we do know as fact in this universe, in other words, the detective himself is a shapeshifter, if one person in the world has that ability, one that really screws up the notion of evidence and stuff, you could frame anybody for anything. And if there's one person that has such an ability, it's very much more likely that others would as well. That changes a lot of dynamics in terms of the way laws and crime and things could happen. That's why you have like superheroes and like all that stuff too in those stories where there's a superhero, you have to have or where there's a super villain, I guess. You'd have to have a superhero to be able to combat it, and then that exists on a higher level than the traditional system, which still is there for some reason. Let's keep going. And then what?
And then they're going to arrest you.
Ooh.
You weren't there long, I suppose, but then I guess it doesn't take you long, does it?
You're spying on me.
No, she's probably setting you up.
I saw you leave her house, and then I went in. She was naked, lying radiant on the bed. What did I find in her closet?
Wedding dress.
A wedding dress. Who was that for, Zach?
It was her mother's.
Who was that for? I'm done covering for you.
She's not getting married to Zach.
We're finished.
Poor man just wants to get his dick wet.
Now.
No. Zach, you keep fucking...
Ease her way around wrecked cars, drawing even closer.
Man, Zach keeps fucking all this up.
My first shot goes wide, but it's enough to send
Feel
her
bad for
sprinting
Zach.
directly for me.
Because he's like the
Second
closest
shot
thing to a
clips her
normal
side.
person we got.
The third
He's just a
misses.
photographer.
She vaults
He's got
from
a few
the puddle at the base
girls
of the
and,
ramp
he
hospital
has a
gown
little bit
smothered
of...
in blood.
Getting
The
into
fourth
a little
hits
bit of
her square in the
mischief, but
chest. I put
mostly
another
innocent.
And another. The seventh slows
But he's
her
dealing with
approach to
all
a
these
staggering
psychos.
forces her to her knees, just a few feet down slope.
Visit Violet again. Baby, listen, I can change. Nope.
And howls.
No, Zach, you're fucked. I'm sorry.
Eyes locked.
You dug your own grave, I guess. I don't
Her
know.
skull.
Rain? No
And
one's
she
there.
spills
Lexi?
backward. Feet slope.
Nothing. Go to my room.
My legs
Oh, wait, not my room. I haven't dug to...
against the steel. Jimmy's
Haley
empty
cap.
gun falls to the floor. All
This
that's left is my sobbing.
Poe.
Good evening, Zachary.
Ooh.
That's for being a creep with Alice. Now get out of my radio station.
So we've just had a dream come in from Lena. Well, if I'm honest, Lena, it sounds a bit of a nightmare.
Everybody had to punch me in the face for
Darcy,
me
thank you
being
for
a
writing
creep
this one
to
in.
someone.
She says, I dream
wouldn't
that
have
I'm
much
in
of
a
a
strange
freaking
house,
facelift.
but in the dream it's my house.
Alice, that guy punched me.
And I had. Every time I find
Chief is not here either.
another room leading off it, But then I start noticing all these holes in the room.
Yeah, he did stir some shit up.
Crawling out of them until the whole room is covered in
But
bugs.
that's still kind of within the realm of normal
I don't know about
shenanigans
you,
that
Poe, but I don't really like the
happens.
sound of that very much.
That is very creepy, but
Like if he had
it's
like
kind
kids
of
or
my
something
territory.
more
It's
serious.
very poetic.
There was not one night stands, but like
Absolutely.
actual cheating in terms of,
different
oh,
rooms. Different
I'm her
rooms, different
boyfriend. No, I'm her
areas, different
boyfriend.
parts of her
You know,
life.
that level of commitment
They're all
tends to be a deeper
all these
problem.
different, perhaps different aspects of her life.
Not that I'm defending it or anything,
have
but
holes in them. So
for the most part, it's
all
just
these different parts have
he
issues
seems
or
he
unresolved
seems like a cool
issues
guy
that
though. In general, like this character, he's got his profession, he's got his passion. It deals in photography and stuff. And yeah, of course, if you're dealing with photography and posing, seductive clothing, nudity, that kind of stuff, like, yeah, the way you can describe your art can come off as very creepy as well. Or if you're very passionate, that'll also come off as creepy. But in and of itself, not necessarily a problem. And he's very honest, too. He's like, yeah, we fucked. Like, cool. Alright, so we did Zach. Let's start on this end. Now we'll go sequential, just so I don't miss anything. Hi, I'm some guy.
Living up to your potential.
Do stuff. Violet?
Did you get a call from my doctor?
No.
Your doctor did call.
Did you get a call from my doctor? Because he shouldn't be.
Did you tell her I was being compliant?
I said you were taking the pills. Are you?
Yeah, are you? Are you being compliant? Compliant with what? Just taking your pills?
No. Not anymore.
I think you're supposed to take the pills, Violet.
Yeah, to keep you from being crazy.
Well, you're normally more forceful about it, Claude. You said my UFO was real. So why am I taking pills?
To forget about
I
it?
didn't say the UFO was real.
Oh. Well, this is gonna muck things up.
Are you trying to make me go mad? Just an hour ago, you said there was a UFO sighting. Now it's take the pills, Violet.
You said you saw other heads when you were taken.
Yeah, it was, or maybe it was an episode of Futurama. I don't really know. The pills really make me freaking groggy and messed up.
Yes. Other girls, younger than me.
Were they cuter than you too?
Nobody I recognized. They all had red hair.
Do you think this place is nearby?
They all had red hair. That might be important, actually.
They all had red hair.
Yeah, I want to know more about that.
Yes, they all had red hair. They were all very pretty. And they were all alive. In that moment.
I don't have any particular thing for redheads or anything, but I imagine some people might call that a paradise, or a heaven, or a haven. They had white hair, though.
I'm dying.
Sign me up.
I don't want to die. You said you could grant me eternal life. The girl snarls at him. I did.
Ron is not home.
Her pace quickens.
Haven equals
Cough.
hell.
Cough. Coughing
Yeah.
more blood. Lungs swipes
It's the same
with his
thing
sleeves
as,
and stands his
like,
ground.
one man's trash
You
is
can
another
go
man's
back to
treasure.
hell, and wherever it is you
Like, if
came
I said,
from.
like, this is hell,
Bang, bang,
you would normally think, like,
bang.
that's awesome.
The
Like, no,
bullets
I mean my
rip holes through her
personal
chest,
hell.
and blood
It has to be
arcs
custom
ferociously from the
tailored to
wounds.
you,
She
because
staggers
what I
with
think
each
is great
impact,
is going to be the exact
then begins
opposite
to
in some
sprint at Lung.
cases of what
What the
next
fuck?
person's
Lung
is.
crosses his arms to shield himself
It
as
has
the
to be
girl leaps onto him,
customized.
crashing him backwards onto the grassy floor.
Because you describe, you know, like
Blood,
just pain and
crunch.
suffering and misery
His
around.
head hits the
That
angled
sounds
stone
great.
with
That's
such force
heaven.
his eyes bulge. Blood
You
pools
can make
behind him
a
and in his
custom
mouth.
tailored hell
You're
for
mine
me.
now. the girl
That'll look
says, and
pretty
reaches her
different.
hand into his chest, grabbing for something or letting something go.
And Rain, what do you got?
Tell me about Hong Kong.
You mean the only one saying heaven is good is God, all about free will, etc. Well, heaven is like the notion that I know the religious people do is heaven sounds like a gated community, and then hell is all about being yourself. I think Marilyn Manson was big on that whole thing. I don't have any personal, like, anything to say, 'cause I don't deal too much with the religious, spiritual belief side of things. Although the concepts I do tend to get even more messed up and crazier than that. Tell me about Hong Kong, or...
What does the name Lawrence Petrovsky mean to you?
Oh, right, with the chi.
What does the name Lawrence Petrovsky mean to you?
Yeah, but then if you don't believe in hell, but you believe, like, what's the argument for the people that believe it exists and the whole afterlife and stuff?
Tell me about Hong Kong.
Yeah, we shouldn't go down that road of discussion, though. Tell me about Hong Kong.
If you know about Hong Kong, then I don't have to tell you anything. It's all in that report that you've clearly read.
I've read a report.
What does the name Lawrence Petrovsky mean
I'm a
to you?
chief. I read reports.
Well done, Chief. You've discovered Rain is my stage name. Please try and save Ellis. She's the one in danger, and we've already had one dead body on your watch.
I mean, I could punch out at any time and go on lunch. Doesn't have to be on my watch.
On 39th Street, Queens. Was home for a while.
Let's see. What's you got to say?
I haven't asked you about Zach yet.
Has Zach done anything
I
cool?
haven't-
Until a few hours ago, I never heard of the guy. Creepy as fudge, if you ask me.
What? He's not that
Thanks,
bad.
Lexi.
Give him a chance.
It's always a pleasure.
Anything for you, Chief?
Oh, a quick hand job would be great. You're not gonna give him one either? You know, leaving both of them hanging.
And a roof with a view to die for. In our idle chatter, I
Off
pieced
to
together...
visit Poe.
Chief DuPont.
Poe.
Grave news indeed.
Indeed.
Will Ellis be safe with you here?
No.
There you go.
She wants me to keep broadcasting.
Show must go
Which
on.
means I'll be booth-bound for most of the night. She'd be safer at home, with someone protecting her.
Ooh, let's send Sam.
Can't I get someone else to handle the radio?
What? He's not gonna be able to protect her. You're the chief. You should...
And murder Poe and Monroe? No, Chief DuPont. Ellis couldn't take that. Not tonight. We did think of asking you to do a guest evening at some point, though, if you're interested.
No, I don't want to dilute my brand.
You would like to distract the chief by putting him on the show during the time with which the murder's going to happen?
I would love to.
Yeah, I want internet fame, or radio fame. Give me that.
Then I will pencil you in, Chief. It will be an honor and a privilege.
Bullshit.
Sorry, I must go back to the broadcast. The radio, she calls me like a siren, and she must be obeyed.
I dive.
You're listening to
Oh,
Radio
crap, wait a
Outpost.
minute. He's
Up
penciled in
next,
for
Poe
an
and
appearance on the
Monroe.
show, except we're not
Vanessa,
actually the chief. We just
read
look
by
like him.
Tex Murphy. The hole in her chest is the size of a cigarette. I can see straight through it from where I sit.
That was a mistake.
Even with the smoke trails from my gun.
We don't
6
want
weeks
people
of
knowing
cheating
we're a
husbands
shapeshifter.
and damsels in distress. That's what it took to pay for that alpaca couch she's bleeding out on.
Oops.
I've done a bet.
Oh, this is not home.
Her
Zach,
name was Vanessa.
he's here. That's his shoe.
Wasn't on a mat. She wasn't anymore. She told me to shoot
went
her, so
through
I
everybody
did. Automats are
here.
supposed to have that.
Let's play a schizophrenia lady. These things are so
Hello,
on an angle.
I'm Violet.
that shelf, and even that one is a little off.
I'm Violet.
Been set up? I'd shot Vanessa,
Violet.
and now I was...
What kind of dialogue can we engage with the
Get
peoples?
caught. Wait a minute, I called her.
Rain? No.
Think.
Lexi? Hey, Lexi. Nothing.
Postcard, a pair of pickle-shaped cufflinks. And there it is, in the bottom drawer, the patchwork quilt.
No one.
Christmases ago.
Alice?
Violet, I'm actually a bit tied up at the moment.
You don't look very tied up.
Well, in danger, actually.
Okay.
Why don't you like me?
Yeah, seriously. Would you like me to hog tie you?
What? I like everyone. What makes you say that?
You like everyone.
You're trying to take Zach from me.
She didn't give a fuck about Zach. Zach fucked it up.
You told Sam I didn't like
That
you.
one. Yeah.
It's just, when I dropped the radio off at the guest house, you weren't very welcoming.
I get suspicious of free things.
Well, yeah, if somebody gave you something for free, especially in the modern age, but even longer ago, it's like you could have like a bug wiretapping type of device or a video camera or something. There's all sorts of possibilities. Why would you give me something for free? Why would you give anybody anything for free? There is always a reason, and some of the reasons are very simple and innocent, but if you look at it more generally, we don't do things for free. There's always a reason.
There's always strings, right? Did you feel guilty about not listening? It's okay. I'm not a doctor. So we can be friends now?
Hell no. Oh, wait, maybe they might let us out.
Yes. Maybe. No.
I have to keep in mind I'm not actually Violet. I'm only impersonating her
Maybe.
form. If I said no, that's going to sour their relationship. If I said yes, it's going to put her in a position, but she didn't agree to it. I agreed to it. So she's still going to be all fucking weird. The generic maybe? Put the possibility of lesing out? Yes.
Amazing.
Let's fuck.
I've got a lot going on at the moment, which hopefully I'll get through.
You get through it with
And
me?
if I do, I'll come and see you at the guest house sometime. Okay?
I grimaced. 6
not
weeks
quite
wasted.
what I was
knew I had a reason for wanting her
expecting,
dead.
but
I point the gun at her and sneer.
visit
What do
Zach.
you want?
Zach's just sitting there like,
I followed you to Dorota's last night.
oh.
Are you insane? Why did you follow me, you stupid bitch?
'Cause I'm a stupid bitch. Hey.
You killed Dorota. You had sex with Dorota. You killed Dorota. You had sex with Dorota.
I'd like to hope he at least had to have sex with Dorota. And if he couldn't, then maybe he would have killed her. But I think I'll give him that. Come on, Zach. I'm giving you another chance. Just own it.
I absolutely did not.
Well, then you did kill her.
Then what did happen?
She texted me to come over. Then she asked me to watch her play with herself from a distance. She likes people to watch.
Yeah, the voyeurism thing.
It's probably best if we didn't see each other for a while. You know where the door
Is he not into that?
Okay.
So it wasn't just with
The
her
dolls are very
or
cute.
Dorota and her boyfriend.
They've got small engraving
She was
on
also
them.
trying it out with Zach.
Objects normally.
Having him hide in her closet and watch
Cowbells.
while she was doing her voyeuristic,
No?
let's
what
call it a
else are bells?
striptease show type thing.
I want to say a Christmas tree, but I feel like...
Well, these are spirit chimes.
Oh.
But he didn't
These
sound
ones
like
have
he's
an
very into
inverted
that.
full crown,
I guess he's very
which is a
hands-on.
ghastly sound. We're not going to rigging in reverse.
Which is interesting because
The
like
purpose of
that,
most spirit
that
chimes is to
actually
keep
works
spirits
in his
away,
character's
as you well
favor.
know.
However,
I'm more willing to
these
believe him
ones are to
as a good
invite
person.
spirits in.
Oh.
As anybody that's a
Unfortunately,
sex
they
fiend
don't work.
out
I mean, I've
will
had
just
them
accept
hanging out
anything and
backstage for a
everything
few
in the
months now.
expectation that it might
Unless
still lead to something
Monroe,
else. Take what
have
you
you
have
noticed
and try and
spirits turning
escalate it
up
as necessary when you have a
So
chance.
does it just
Oh, we already checked the rest of these.
or
Not
Hello,
really bad
Z-Mad.
spirits, just could be good spirits.
I'm a detective
Yeah, I
today.
think I'm going to sell that one. There's no other use for it.
The time for me to be Violet is over. I'm gonna now be this lady. Ron. One day I'll remember her name.
You're listening
Today
to
may not be that day.
Radio August. Dark Night with Poe and Munro.
Is it Violet?
At
Violet's not
Midnight by Martin Oten.
Right.
Red.
This guy's
What can we do
involved
to help
in a lot of
Alice?
stuff. So we already know this guy he's using a different alias, but stuff.
What can we do to help Alice?
Let's see where we go.
Haven't we done enough? Not many people get to know when they're going to die, let alone get the chance to avoid it. We've given Ellis a huge advantage.
So what should we do? Do you really think she's got a chance? So what should we do?
Am I still playing BNS? No, I'm not. I've been on hiatus from it and never went back since.
Do you really think she's got a chance?
Been playing horror games and stuff. Do you really think she's got a chance? Let's go with that.
Maybe. Maybe Sam's her lucky charm. But anything short of an apocalypse would be considered a victory at this point.
Oof, that's my only options.
It was around me.
Yeah, I haven't played BNS in
So I
quite a
did
long
it.
while.
Long after midnight, I went down to the churchyard where the winos hung
And I
out.
probably
There
won't.
was a good chance
I don't see
one of them
myself
would be
being
sleeping
back
off
in
some
anytime
quiet
soon
secret
either.
corner. I
For the most
found
part.
one. Opened the gates of madness.
Then it's like I
and
haven't been anywhere else either,
experienced
so.
the beast's feeding frenzy for the first time. It
Is
changed
it
my life.
Lexi? What are you?
What are you doing now?
Yeah, what are you doing now?
I don't know. I don't want to lie about my alibi again, though. What should I do?
Log into Tarotasm.
Log into Tarotasm.
Good idea. I'll stay in my room, log in, and wait for you to give me the all clear. Then they'll know I'm not a suspect. You're the best.
Did nobody else think this was a good idea? Hello? Like if the police showed up at my door, let's say tomorrow, and they're like, a murder happened yesterday night at, what time is it? Okay, so it's like 4:45 in the morning here. And like, I can literally say, I was streaming on the internet. Because I was. Like, there's chat logs, there's timestamps I can use and be like, look, I was streaming from here to here, and there's the web camera, and you can see every... Why would you not have thought of this sooner? Why is this your eureka moment? You're not sure it'll help? Well, it's possible, but at least, you know, like, if I had to use this stream as a defense, it's like, yeah, I've got a web camera too, so it's not just, oh, you heard a voice or a pre-recording or something. But what if the whole video was pre-recorded? Well, he's talking with his chat. Like, right now, I'm communicating to you guys. You're saying something, and I'm responding, and we're engaging in conversations and things. And at any point I can pull my thing up and be like, boom, it's 4:47:09, Monday, July 13th, 2020. Boom, we got video footage evidence. And it's like, well, what if the chat's fake? Well, then they have to go to Twitch and investigate them. And it's going to turn out like, nope, these are real people. This happened at the times our system claims it was. This is not an act. You know, so, like, I could use that as a fantastic argument in terms of having an alibi. Well, if you were also recorded, though, you're logging into Twitch's system from a different IP address. Not so much as a witness, it's just that what would come into question is whether or not you are a real person. Because yeah, like maybe there's me sitting there masterminding a million bots as a farm or something, and I elaborately created this scheme, but I bet you I'm not the only person you watch, and I'm not the only channel you talk in, and all that fun stuff. So it's at least a foundation for being able to build it up as necessary, to whatever extent necessary. I don't control Twitch. I can control what I put on Twitch with the camera, with the stream. I don't control you guys, but I could have, let's say, bots and things. But if that's the case, then we can disprove it based on the activities that they are engaged in. So it's a much stronger foundation, I think, than you're giving credit. And I have no idea what the hell Zelphos is talking about, because I'm not opening any of your images right now.
Feel the satiated slumber of the beast, and the memory of the assault grows hazy. I long to sleep myself, but everything must be put in order. The clothes I wore are bagged and ready for disposal. I'll take them to the dump tomorrow first thing. Then I'll need to trawl through the
I don't
charity
support
shops
scams
ready
and
for
stuff
the next
myself,
time.
no.
Because there will be
That's
a
also the
next
reason,
time
like, I can't even get
and
myself to
another
run
after
commercial
that.
ad breaks and stuff. Like, I can do
Hopefully
it.
I'll get a bit of
I could be
peace,
like, hey, let me pause,
and my
I'll
life
be
can
right
be
back,
normal
and
for a
every
while,
time I
but
go to
in
the
the
bathroom, I
longer
can
term,
run
I can see no
commercials.
end to it.
I can't even get myself to
I
do
know
that.
I can't resist
Does it benefit
the
me?
Slayer's needs,
Yeah.
and I have no idea
Would I want
how
it done
long
to
it
me?
will continue.
No.
So I am left
That's
with the
kind of
image
why
of
I don't.
myself 60 years from
I don't
now.
want to see it, you know, I don't want
battling
to
a
deal with
victim
it,
with
so
my
why the hell
walking
would I
frame
expect
to
you guys
feed
to, or
the
anybody else? Visit Poe. Poe's not home. Or
Walked down the alley as fast as his arthritis would allow him.
I deal with these kind of conundrums, like morals and
Soak in a hot
ethics of
bath to
things.
restore the
At the
circulation
same
to
time, I'm
his
a complete
extremities, and after
asshole in
that,
the first
well,
place,
he
so you
needed a
would
new
think I
coat
would abuse
anyway.
everything I had at my
He wondered
exposed,
how many
you know,
times
at my
more he
disposal,
would
but
have to do this.
I just can't.
Maybe now he was so
Yeah,
frail, the beast
if I was
would
using the
release him and
bathroom, that
grant
would be a
him
great
peace
time,
in
but
his
I don't.
final years. Surely it owed him that.
Experimented with it at one point,
In his
but
heart, he doubted it was over. In 60 years, the Slayer had
like
never
at the same
been
time, like I'm
merciful.
not specifically trying to make money
Back
or
in the
anything. I'm
deep
just doing
shadow,
whatever the hell I
beneath the
want
broken
anyways.
street lamp lay the
This is not
bodies of
really
2 young men.
the best business model. Otherwise, I'd actually have to have a sleep schedule and things. So I have my own conundrums I deal with. I don't have it properly identified and figured out because I don't really know what the fuck I want
It's
to
like
do
a
or where it's
alien,
going
I suppose, with
or where it's supposed to.
2 alien babies.
So now
And
we're
then it's wearing a
Rain
hat.
and we go visit Violet. Hi, I'm Rain.
Why do you think the killer's chosen Ellis?
Because she's a redhead. I thought we knew that much.
Because she sees her as a threat. Or he.
That's it. Okay.
Modern.
Not at all.
This one is a sculpture that was found along with several others.
It's getting closer, isn't it?
What's getting closer?
Do you think John Pope is...
Do you think this John Pope is involved?
Ooh. Let's just go with...
What's getting
what's
closer?
getting closer? What is it you think is getting closer? And hopefully that doesn't put suspicion on Rain.
The event. Whatever's going to happen to Ellis. I can feel it.
Do you think this John Pope is involved?
I doubt it. As far as I know, they're live on air a lot of the time, and not sure he could have nipped out, murdered Dorota, and made it back for the news at 10.
So it could be him then?
It could be anyone. It could be you, Ray.
Thanks. You've been a lot of help.
Looks like, The tag you
Like,
get in
it
the
could be
zipper.
anything. Who knows?
Oh, you were
Quantum
right about the
mechanics.
metalist bronze
Lol.
again.
Bronze again. Okay.
Lexi, what do you have?
Hey.
Oh god, she's Ouija boarding.
How's the Ouija?
Surf's up.
Sam's asked if I can get anything else out of this. It's full of wit and repartee as per usual. Dead people have a lot of time on their hands.
Looks like you have a lot of time on your hands. As in, the entire existence we've witnessed of you has been you sitting on this bed. That's it.
You know, it's like a bell ringing in reverse. The purpose of most spirit chimes is to keep spirits of
Brain, what an unexpected pleasure. Maybe you could help me with something.
No. Sure.
Sure, I'll help. Is your fly open? No.
When you were here yesterday, you don't recall seeing a small green velvet pouch anywhere, do you?
No.
Small green velvet pouch. Like, I'm not the real Rain, so I don't know. Nope.
Well, keep your eyes peeled.
You got it, bud.
The pouch contains Augustian gold coins, believed to have been part of Mary August's original hoard. Oh, sorry, you don't know the town's origin story, do you?
Wait, just
Suffice to say, if you see them, please return them to me. They're in the pouch for a reason. If anyone comes into contact with them, bad things happen. I have to be on air in a minute. Another time, maybe.
Oh, this...
Street, leaning heavily
Okay,
on
that's
his
a big
tripod-ended
deal.
walking stick.
Because we
He
know,
paused to pull his
and
tattered
only
overcoat
me,
more tightly around
as
his thin
Sam,
body as the bitter
and
east wind
the
blew litter around his
chief
spindly legs. He pulled his cap
are
down more
supposed to know
firmly, blew on his
that
fingers,
the victim
then
actually
resumed his
had
painful progress.
one of those gold coins
From
in
the
their
doorway of
mouth.
the boarded-up shop across the street, two young men watched.
That
The low
pouch
cloud
of
had brought the
coins
day to a
belongs to
premature
Poe.
dusk, and the cold wind had driven people off the streets, and this old-timer was out late. The youths nodded to each other, took final swigs from their
That
cans of beer, and strolled
adds a
blithely
whole
down the
nother
pavement
layer to
tracking
this
the
mess,
pensioner.
doesn't it?
The old man
Alice?
reached
Alice not home.
the churchyard. Halfway down the alley was
The chief. Also.
lamp had been vandalized. He paused for a moment, then turned into the narrow entrance. The young men looked up and down the street, then lengthening their strides, stepped
He
into the road.
said that the coins, what, lead to people's misfortune or whatever? Crap, I don't know which one was which now. In order. I was him. Now I'm gonna be her.
Hi, I'm Lex.
I am Lexi.
The
Looking for
winos
green
hung out.
pouch.
There was a good
Hello.
chance one of them would be sleeping.
I am Lexi.
Do you think you're a suspect?
Not that I know of. Chief Dupont asks me for favors, so I think I'd know.
What kind of favors?
Did Zach kill Dorota? Did Zach kill...
No. I saw Dorota look out of the window after he left.
So she saw Zach doing, Zach being Zach when he visited her house. But when he left, she still saw her alive. Now I'm thinking more in terms of the investigation. Unless I remembered it wrong, though, she said she saw her look out the window after he left. Because she's just in stalker mode. She's like, are you cheating on me? I'm gonna stalk you now. I think that's at least reasonable.
Not connected with the police manhunt after the body
Oh, she's
was
hating a
found.
lot of things. She's a whole
Maybe it's true that the
cocktail
devil
of
looks after
interesting
his own.
stuff.
Tonight's the night.
Is it Braun?
It's going to be soon. Whatever happens to Alice, it will be soon.
Yeah, she's fucked. Alice is...
How do you know it's going to be soon?
I can sense it. Are you not picking anything up, Lex? There's a traveler nearby.
I picked nothing up.
No. How do you know all this?
I'm not really Lexi.
Mescaline mainly, but I don't recommend you try it. Do you really want to hear this?
Yeah?
Yes.
At uni, I read a book by Aldous Huxley called The Doors of Perception. He takes mescaline and basically trips his balls off. And the party girl I used to be thought, yay. My experience wasn't anything like his, though. People looked like tiny rainbow outlines. And I would notice that some of them would just appear from nowhere. Those ones, the ones from nowhere, I think they're the travelers. They kind of merge into one person, and suddenly there's only one outline. That's what I see. But you, no drugs for you, young lady.
Oh yeah, no, not
Tea
me.
and nothing else, all right?
Yeah, I'm like, don't do what I do, just do what I say. Gotcha. I have a whole thing I call, because I kind of devised it myself, I call it my hallucination hypothesis. What she described is basically not what she's describing. It's what you've done is you've impaired your senses and the image that your brain is recreating, let's say your optic nerves, for seeing the world around you are not functioning correctly. They're impaired, and that doesn't mean you're seeing something more than what's there, as in you're seeing deeper into the matrix code or something, but rather your brain is just fucking up, and this is the side effect. It's a glitch, it's a bug, it's not a third eye. You may perceive it that way. We're programmed, the way our brains work are going to do that, but just because you see something no one else can doesn't mean you're seeing
The beast came through.
more. You're just seeing
I tried
something
to
that's
defy the
broken
beast a
in the
couple
first
of
place,
times,
and that's
but
only
I
on your
learned
end. That's
pretty
why no one
soon
else
that
can
was
see it.
futile. I've had to
That's
cut
a
myself
whole
off from any close
blabbermouth
relationships
thing
if
to
I
go
wanted to have any
off
kind
of,
of worthwhile lifestyle.
I'll keep it general
A
like
steady
that.
girlfriend or a wife is out of the question.
Let's see.
I
That was
simply cannot
Braun,
afford to have
Rain.
any-
So, aliens. Violet. What are we thinking, Lex?
Violet and aliens.
Yeah, tell me more about her and her alien thing.
Hasn't Bron told you? Violet said she was abducted by aliens. But not your usual stick me on a slab, call me grey type aliens. Aliens that decorate.
Decorating aliens? A traveller?
Could that be a thing related to the Traveler?
Exactly. I think it was using Violet for room planning. Apparently it wants a set of heads on the wall. Red heads, to be more specific.
Why?
If it's a traveller, why is it strangling people?
Yeah, because this was also the guy that mentioned to us that one of the Traveler things in the past that they dealt with was when, I don't know where it was, but it did 3 South African women, and it was done through beheading. But in this case, the murder we're dealing with was only a strangulation. How does any of this tie into that? They feel like 2 separate things, or as if this is using the other as a cover story. Like a copycat murder situation type of thing? A copycat crime? I forget what they call it exactly, but... Why is it strangling people?
Well, it's a right, obviously. But the alien Violet's talking about probably isn't the same traveller. Perhaps this is something new we haven't discovered yet. Using humans as decor.
Ray, why do you pray for them?
I mean, the predators decorate their place with all the victims that they've hunted successfully from all the different planets. So So why do you pray for them?
Well, because right now, I can't think of anything else that would help.
Maybe try and get answers from the tarot?
Oh, God. Obviously, praying's not going to help. What the hell's going to tarot going to help?
The only tarot with real answers is Mercury, and Mercury asks the questions. So other than staring at it for the rest of the night, I'm out of ideas.
Yeah, like my car broke down. I tried screaming at it. I tried hitting it. I still can't get it to start. That's what that boiled down to. I tried giving it the evil eye. It still won't start.
3 combined takes control of my body and pours through it. The wild
Tried turning in circles 3 times. Try starting the car now, honey.
Even though I'm riding pillion.
No.
The hunter now becomes the hunted. Freezes.
Was it Poe? Poe's not
Many
home.
times my
That is-
own.
Oh, she's not home either.
Crushes.
Chief? Likewise.
Crushes the knife from his, dislocating his elbow. Blood gushes from his mouth and nose. I turn his head away to avoid the spray and feel his neck break under my hand.
So that was Lexi. I believe the next in line would have been her. We already did him this chapter, so let's turn into Monroe.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Elif. Don't forget to
Wolves
leave a
in my
like
grasp.
and thumbs up and check out my
He is foul
Instagram.
himself. I can smell
Post
the
new
shit
recipes
mingled
every
with the hot
day.
blood.
Violet's not home.
Away, expecting it to flutter in the air.
Ron,
The torn
not home.
it's a morsel.
Rain, she's the one that's supposed to be
The ecstasy
murdered
fades.
soon.
Fullness
And
of the
nobody's
night.
around to keep her company.
Time to get out of here.
She's
Not
all
running.
alone.
That draws
Is it
attention.
Poe?
Al, I'm so sorry.
For what?
You mean everything to me.
Unprofessional.
I won't let you die.
How so?
Are you okay?
I won't let you die. But what are you going to do to prevent it?
Of course I'm okay. It's you who's shrouded in darkness, my love. El, we must finish what we started.
What do you mean?
What did they start? What did he start? Nope.
Nope. What do you mean? Let's finish it.
I'm going to go for what answer I think is going to give us the most information. What the hell do you mean?
Us. Our love. I don't care what happens to me. I'm going to leave her. I know I keep saying it, but this time, I really do mean it. Are you ready to spend the rest of your life with me, no matter its length?
No.
Hell no. No, I'm not.
No?
No.
Oh.
Deal with it.
Sorry.
Get wrecked.
I overindulged.
Yeah.
Emotional. Forget what I said. Let's get through this. Let's get you safe.
Yeah, without you.
Slept with Dorota.
Newsflash, Barbara gets arrested for drug possession. Necro says, I've known this guy for years. I didn't know he was a barber. I also slept with Dorota.
Oh. Why?
Because she's a lesbian.
And why are you telling me now?
Because I just rejected your ass. Because I wanted to.
Because I wanted to.
Yeah, you tell her.
I see.
That's why we don't like you.
The rallying cry of this century. Because I wanted to.
Human will.
No thought for others, only themselves.
Yep.
But I can't think less of you, El. Your brain works in mysterious ways that can't be faulted. The problem always lies with my logic, not yours.
Uh-huh.
I forgive you.
Apology not accepted. Something going on with just these two alone.
Monroe.
The calling. Read by Jessa.
I also
From
rejected his ass. That's what you get for being a dude and proposing to somebody that's,
Then
well,
she cut off her face.
lesbian
in front of me.
tendencies.
It took a
I
lot
wasn't
of
gonna say
effort
yes,
with
like
the butter
hell
knife,
fucking no.
alternately plunging and trying.
Is it the chief? Chief is not here.
A curtain of blood ripped
Who else can I reject?
under her chin.
Go to my
Caught
room. The wrong. Yes, the antibodies will speak for me as they destroy your system. Wait, have we played as him next or shit? Let's see. I did her, and then I think it went to. It's hard to tell the order because everyone blends in. So we were her. So we did him. I know that. So now we can play as Mr. Dildo Buttfuck got rejected.
I'm Poe, and this is your August update. August update.
Wait, did you hear that weird distortion? Well, I want to hear that again. Skip. And then...
I'm Poe, and this is your August update. August update.
I'm going to assume that's not a fault in the recording. That didn't sound like him readjusting his voice or something. That sounded like a audio glitch almost.
The demon really did spread like a virus.
Is that a hint?
Easier, probably.
And what is
A
it they
virus
start?
needs
Oh, right,
contact.
the
Shared air, a passing...
I'm sorry, can I help you?
Hi, I'm Poe.
I've just moved in next door.
Yeah, I'm from the radio. You might know me. I just got rejected. I thought I could rebound and you could be my second pick.
It's not a very good time at the moment, I'm afraid.
Really? Anything I can help with?
No, not really.
Past the bridge, past the nearly empty house, the field of stones. The first domino to be pushed down. She was young.
Ron's not home.
They usually are. They're easier to
Yes. You have a
infect
face
young.
made for radio.
They listen.
I'm familiar with that.
It took time for her fall.
Usually it's
But the
where
demon
everyone's like,
knew.
oh, you got a face made
Sooner or
for
later
radio.
she would. Upon, and this
He's
demon
not
was
home. Lexi's not home. Go to
ever
hailing a
present.
taxi. Yeah, visit Ellis.
John,
That is.
I'm gonna be fine.
How long have we been together now?
On the radio? I started at Radio August about 2 years ago. Why?
No, I mean, romantically.
Do you want me to?
Do you want me to leave my wife?
But he's married and he wanted to, as we saw a moment ago. He's like, I want to leave my wife so I can pursue us. Oh dear.
No, I mean, romantically.
Yeah, let's go with the romantically part.
You kissed me on the first day. Don't you remember?
I remember nothing.
I was putting on my makeup and you came up behind me. I saw how you were watching me in the mirror. It made me feel alive.
Oh.
Why didn't you tell me about Dorota?
What didn't I tell you about Dorota?
Sorry.
That you were sleeping with her.
Ooh. Instead of pushing it in her face, what if I give her the chance to tell me about it on her own volition?
I'm giving you a chance to tell me now.
Of her own volition. Will she admit it? Or maybe she's not even interested in this conversation at all in the first place. I'll risk it.
Can't we talk about this another time?
No.
It's just that it's late, and I'm about to get murdered.
All the more reason to tell me now.
you'd come to put your arms around me and tell me everything was going to be all right.
We need to talk about this now.
Yeah, if you're about to get murdered, we don't have later. You have to tell me right now. Hello? Or I can hug her. No, we need to talk about this now.
What's got into you, John? This is a side I haven't seen of you.
Yeah, I'm a monster.
I think you should go cool down.
Alright, I guess you'll get murdered on your own then. Fine.
So she succumbed
Whatever.
to sickness. Almost never get it right on the first try. Her red hair fanned out around her pillow as she laid back, holding the bottle above her, note on the pillow
Curious about the gold
beside
coin
her,
thing now.
her final bedfellow. Pills don't hurt, right?
Always leaving
like
the way.
this that day, rationalizing to the demon power.
Probably. Okay, so he was the last one in that mess.
And it'll be
shit. Wrong button. Go back to my room. Return to Sam. I think we exhausted all characters, so now I can be myself.
Then no more pain.
And if I go
no more.
out to hail a cab,
no more.
We can move to the next chapter.
But of course,
next chapter.
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay.
Yeah, let her know
In
we
other
can
news,
change.
a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
I saw strange lights when I was visiting an optometrist. He's like, light's bad for your eyes, you shouldn't stare at lights. And then right afterwards he's like, alright, so here I'm gonna shine this bright light into your eye. Try not to blink. Okay. Next chapter, please.
August's gone crazy tonight. I've just got off the phone with someone who thinks they saw a UFO on one of the nights that Violet went missing. Aliens will be normal right now. Anyway, now you're here, it's time. What do you suggest we do with Alice Monroe?
What do I suggest we do with Alice? We lock her in my trunk. I'll protect her at her house. Or... well, UFO doesn't equal aliens. UFO, just by definition, is just an unidentified flying object. So if you see a UFO, you don't get even a right to claim it's an alien. You just said you don't know what it is. That does not mean it's an alien. It doesn't become, oh, well, it's an alien. It's just unidentified. I don't know what it is. That's where the fucking conversation ends. I don't know. It's unidentified. It could be a drone because I'm not familiar with the technology. It could be just a mirage or visage or some shit that, like, I just was in the corner of my eye. An illusion. It doesn't magically make it aliens either. However, the laws in this universe are a little different. Proof of concept is that we are shapeshifting. So clearly, more to it than the world we live in. But do I want to protect her at a house? Do I even stand a chance at getting in her pants, though? I sent an officer. Like, we're not going to tell her to leave. She's too cool. I don't want her to be my responsibility, though. Ooh, what a conundrum. An officer will actually be armed. If the traveler shit is true, the whole transdimensional thing probably means your guns are less likely to be as effective. detective compared to a normal criminal, the officer will be useless. But then again, what use would I be either? I don't even have that. All I can do is shapeshift into other people. So yeah, send an officer. Yeah, send an officer to her house. Part of me is like, yeah, if I could protect her at a house, I could try and look up her skirt, seduce her, that kind of fun stuff. But at the same time, I don't want to be a babysitter. That's not what I signed up for. So send an officer.
I'll send Danny over. And that means there'll be nobody at the guest house. So be extra vigilant.
Yeah, I'm nothing but vigilant.
What do you mean you're sticking me with Danny?
Okay, she doesn't like that idea. It just means you weren't willing to unbutton your thing or something. I don't know. What's wrong with Danny?
Danny is basically doing out a scream. I'm a sitting duck. Isn't there anyone else?
Well, there was me, but it's just... Me? I mean, I'm still open to suggestion. How convincing are you? Do you have the power to sway me?
You? Yes, you. Please, will you stay with me?
What's in it for me? So I have a choice. Danny's your best bet. We don't know shit about Danny. Danny is in my notes, though. Danny only got brought up once by the chief. Violet was supposed to report to Danny. Apparently he's a police officer. From Scream. Does this mean I get laid? I don't know. Sure, she looks desperate. I could abuse this. I think I can abuse this. Yes.
Thank you, Sam.
Better make it worth my time.
Thanks for staying with me, Sam. I know it's dangerous. I don't know why you're here, but...
I know why I'm here.
It's almost 10 o'clock, Sam. When's it going to be over? You said Brahman will call when it's safe. Should we call him now? Or are we just supposed to wait?
Just wait. I know a way to pass the time, if you're willing to listen. Maybe you should hide somewhere. Uh-oh. I'm just, yeah, you're gonna be fine. Don't just quit your talking. Otherwise, they're gonna have to gag you.
I know you're just being good, but
oh, yeah, I'm
that's
great.
kind of easy for you to say right now. I think I'm probably gonna have a heart attack before anyone gets a chance to kill me.
Unless I'm the killer. She's got a little speck of something right there on her chin. I saw it earlier, and I'm like, makeup crew, just wait.
That's the door. That's the door, Sam. What are we gonna do?
Oh dear. You're safe. Just stand behind me. Yeah, I don't know if the travelers know how to utilize our doorknob technology. It's a pretty complex mechanism. I'm gonna go with you're safe. Just stand behind me. Do you feel safe? I feel safe.
Alice, thank God.
I've been outside all the time, okay? Bronwyn Castle just called. She said the danger is over. They've done a new reading.
Yep, that's a shapeshifter.
There's another victim now. Look, Danny's outside. He's going to take you somewhere safe, okay? Sam, I think you should find out who the next victim's going to be. Then come and see me in my office.
I'm still busy trying to get laid, if you don't mind.
It's 11 o'clock. I'm Poe, and this is your August update. Police investigating the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw say they are getting closer to apprehending the killer. The death of Miss Shaw, who was found strangled at her home late last night, has sparked a massive police operation and caused alarm amongst August residents. Monroe has some personal business to attend to, but she sends you all her love and hopes to be back on the air tomorrow.
Yeah, but she's hiding behind me. Keep that in mind, bitch.
I'm sending my love out to you too. That's 11 o'clock with Poe.
My only option is to go to next chapter.
Sam, I have some bad news. We've done a group reading.
Oh no, that's terrible.
And it's you.
Oh, me? Who gives a shit about me? I don't think they know who the killer is. They would only know who the next target is, right? Like, it feels like we're hitting a climax at this point. I'm the next target? I'm expendable. Like, who gives a shit about me?
I don't know, Sam. I don't know what to say. It's normally a death sentence, but with you, it might be different.
Yeah, I'm special. I can literally shapeshift into being anybody but me. Why me? I don't know if they would have an answer to that, but okay.
I think you've interfered too much. That's why you're the next target. I've called Chief DuPont already. He's asked that you meet with him. You should go, Sam. Be careful.
Don't touch me.
Sam, it's almost midnight. You're still alive? This is a good thing, but no one's even attempted to kill you yet. You've given me a lot of evidence. Enough to arrest someone.
I did?
But who? Make the right decision, and you should be safe. If we don't, well, we've all got to sleep at some point. I can get someone to guard your room at the guest house, but it might not be enough. So, Sam, who should I arrest?
Wait. What? Arrest yourself, maybe? I don't know. Like, I'm still conducting an investigation. I'm not done. Chief. Hint. Who do you think, Chief?
During that whole thing with Alice, the only people I couldn't keep track of were Rain, Zach, and Violet.
Yeah, Violet.
I don't want to believe it's Violet, but that's why you're here. You're impartial. Out of those three names, who was with Dorota at the time of her murder, or who has an alibi that doesn't check out? This is on you, Sam. Just give me a name.
Who was with Dorota that did not have an alibi? Because he said Zach, Violet, and who was the first one? Oh crap, I forgot who the first one was now.